The first habit is over apologizing, saying sorry before you've even said what you need, like sorry, quick question, or sorry, this might be a dumb idea. It feels like politeness, which is exactly why it slides under the radar. Psychologically, it comes from a learned association between taking up space and causing a problem. Every time you apologize for existing before you've done anything wrong, you're rehearsing the belief that your present needs justifying. Do that enough times, and your brain stops treating it as a habit and starts treating it as a fact. The second habit is chronic comparison, not the occasional glance at someone else's life, but the habit of measuring your current, in progress self against someone else's edited highlights. This one feels like realism, like you are just being honest about where you stand, but it works because your brain is wired to assess status through comparison. It's automatic, not a choice you're consciously making. The problem is you're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's showreel. You will always come up short, not because you are short, but because the measurement itself is unfair. The third habit is decision avoidance, putting off choices because you're afraid of the version where you get it wrong. This feels like caution, like you're just being careful. It's actually rooted in something called intolerance of uncertainty. Avoiding a decision feels safe, but every time you dodge one, you also dodge the evidence that you are capable of handling the outcome, good or bad. So the avoidance doesn't just delay the decision, it quietly confirms the fear that you couldn't have handled it anyway. The fourth is perfectionism dressed up as preparation, waiting to start or share or send something until it's ready. This feels like having high standards, but underneath it, this is usually fear of being judged on the first attempt, and perfectionism gives that fear a respectable name. Here's the mechanism: as long as the work stays unfinished, it can't be judged, which means you can't fail. So the waiting isn't really about quality, it's about staying safe from the evaluation. The cost is that someday quietly becomes the place where your best ideas go to sit untested, and untested ideas can't build your confidence no matter how good they are. Here's what I want you to do actually with this. Pick just one of these four habits, whichever hit you the hardest just now, and for the next week, catch it once a day, not fix it, just notice it out loud. Awareness is the whole intervention here because you can't interrupt a pattern you can't see. Because confidence isn't built in the big moments, it's built in the ordinary ones you didn't think mattered. And once you can see the habit, you already have more control over it than you think.